Lack of availability of acres and acres of land is no longer an excuse for one to shy away from farming.
Imagine transforming your space room into a gold mine. What if I told you that the future of farming isn't vast lands, the big tracts of land that you people dream of, but small, compact towers like these ones? This video reveals how vertical farming is quietly creating millionaires, and it is far simpler than you think. Anyone can do it, including you, my viewer, today. Because in this video you are about to discover a revolutionary way to grow wealth literally from the ground up. And by the way, you don't need even an acre of land. Watch this. Do you have a small space and you have been wondering how will you start farming with your small space? Now imagine this. Imagine turning that forgotten spare room into your gold mine. Picture this. The future of farming is not in endless acres or sweeping plains. It is rising vertically inside compact towers that fit right into your home, or even into your compound, or even in your house. So this video, I'm going to uncover the silent revolution that is creating a new wave of millionaires, and not from huge farms, but from a small rooms powered by science, light, and innovation. And here is the twist. It is far much easier than the way you think. You are about to discover how ordinary people are literally growing wealth from the ground towards up.
And then we have cowpeas here on top. About 3 weeks we'll start to harvest. It's the same like this one, cowpeas. And then you come here, we still planted cowpeas.
Maintenance is low because no weed, just small you uproot it.
If you think I am joking, meet this guy, Josephat Wesonye, who is building wealth vertically. In the heart of Nairobi, where space is a luxury, this man is quietly rewriting the rules of farming. Meet him, Josephat Wesonye, a visionary who saw opportunity in what most of us living in urban centers see as limitation. Josephat didn't inherit vast lands like what some of us think, that we want to buy land before we start farming. No, he didn't rent even sprawling lands. Instead, he built a multi-story gardens on a small plot, stacking soil, compost, and seedlings in vertical towers.
If you come here, you find we have nightshade. I have harvested. I continue to harvest it again. It's doing well. It's the same. This is nightshade. If you come here, you find the cowpeas. This I'm continue to harvesting. It is big. When I come here, there's the same varieties for nightshade. Now you have seen how much I'm making for a week in a small area. So that's why I joined the young guys to do them some job. That's why I'm doing with them.
As you have heard, Josephat Wesonye started with just 5-layer garden towers, and over time he scaled to around 80 vertical garden structures. These are not just decorative. Each vertical garden accommodates roughly 100 seedlings. Can you imagine that? Now here he grows a variety of vegetables: coriander, beans, cabbage, nightshade, lettuce, onion, spinach, cowpeas, and kales, mixing them clearly in each tower for maximum yield. At harvest time, Josephat says he can pull up to 25 kilos of vegetables per tower each week. That might not sound like a lot, but multiply that by 80 towers and the math begins to shine. Let us see it here. Let me show you where wealth lies in this small, compact, vertical garden of Joseph. Joseph says he sells his produce organically, attracting steady demand from restaurants and local markets. At about Kenya shillings 25 per kilo, each tower can bring in roughly, let's say, 1,250 per week. Over 80 towers, that adds up to, according to his own account, he makes around Kenya shillings 100,000. Imagine making over 100,000 per week in such a small space of land. His vertical garden system is built using soil, not high-tech hydroponics. He enriches it with about 25 kilos of compost manure per tower produced on the site. He says assembling one tower takes less than 2 hours if you have the right materials. What makes his operation truly powerful is how he turned a constraint, limited space into his biggest advantage. In a city where land is scarce and rents are high, his multi-layer gardening method demonstrates that you don't need acres to farm. You just need ingenuity. By growing organically and maintaining consistent quality, Josephat has built a reliable relationships. Restaurants want his greens, customers trust his produce. His story is more than just about farming. It is a blueprint for urban agribusiness, a way for people with little land to build a real profitable farm. And in doing so, Josephat Wesonye is not just feeding Nairobi. He is cultivating a new class of farmers, a class of innovators who see skyscrapers, balconies, and space yards not as barriers, but as a vertical opportunity. This isn't just the future of food, it is the future of wealth, grown layer by layer, leaf by leaf. Now, I want you again to travel with me again to Thika. Here, Major Right Reverend Francis Mutua Ndolo farms in sacks. Yes, sacks. 97 vertical bags. Spinach is sprouting from every side, a system that uses a fraction of the space of normal farming. Each sack lasts nearly a decade. Each harvest brings in consistent income. He says he earns over between 60,000 to 100,000 Kenyan shillings every month. Not from acres of land, not from tractors, but from simple sacks, manure, and determination.
Ndolo was introduced to the wonders of vertical bag gardening, marking a fresh start for him. Impressed by the benefits that he saw in growing crops in this unconventional manner, Ndolo took out a bank loan of 100,000 shillings to venture into sack farming.
Ndolo trains farmers, he supplies sacks, he teaches irrigation, and he proves that farming isn't about land, it is about mindset. So let me ask you, my viewer, what excuse do you still have? Is it money? Ndolo started with the simple sacks. Is it time? Ndolo farms before and after work. Is it fear? Every success story begins with a risk. I want you to look at these men, and they have to challenge you. Josephat with his towers, Ndolo with his sacks. They faced obstacles, small spaces, urban life, limited land, limited capital, uncertain markets. Yet they acted, they experimented, they learned, they failed forward. And today, they feed cities and feed their families with profit. They have made wealth. So as you finish to watch this video, answer this question honestly. What is the real reason you haven't begun your own farming journey? Because land is no longer the barrier. Knowledge is no longer the barrier. Space is no longer the barrier. What's the only barrier? The only barrier left is you. This is Korobe Poultry Farm.
You grow many things. So I start with it too. When I started, I just make rings, about 5 rings. And then the soil, I take the soil, one vertical take 16 wheelbarrow of soil. And then to put compost, you take 25 kg. And then I build this vertical in proper way. I fill compost, and then I start to plant the seedlings. One vertical take about 100 seedlings of vegetables.